Hello, darlings, and welcome to TAGSPodcast Live, the live version of TAGSPodcast in front of our beautiful virtual studio audience. Hope for applause. This is episode 478, and I am your host, Kodi Maurice Doggette, filling in for Stevie, alongside my special guest host, Teddy Alexis. Hi, Teddy. How you feeling this evening, boo?
I'm good. I'm back. I'm like herpes. I don't go away. How are you, boo?
Oh, I'm excited for this flare up tonight. It's going to be a fun time. Always.
Yeah, I'm back, boo.
Lovely. So we're so happy to have you here, and I'm so ready to just have a good show. All right. So our first story is all about the new show Glamorous. I know you're watching it. It just landed on Netflix, and it is described to be the gayest show ever. Which, if it is, will be the perfect watch as Pride Month comes to a close. The new series is starring Miss Benny, Kim Cattrall, Jade Payton, Zane Phillips, Diana Maria Rivia. I don't know why I had such a problem saying Diana.
The Spanish name, really?
Diana Maria Riva, and Michael Sue Rosen, Aisha Harris, and Graham Parkhurst. The 10-episode series is created by Desperate Housewives screenwriter Jordan Nardino, and the official synopsis reads, Glamorous tells the story of Marco Mejia, a young gender non-conforming queer man whose life seems to be stuck in place until he lands a job working for legendary makeup mogul Madeline Addison. Teddy, I know you've been watching. We already mentioned it. What are your opinions as the resident acting aficionado on Glamorous? Because, yes, that's your new title, Miss Honey.
Oh my goodness. I'm having a good time. I'm halfway through it. I know you finished it already, so no spoilers, please. Yeah, I'm taking my time because these shows don't come around often. So I'm taking one episode at a time. I'm like on episode 6. And yeah, it's actually very inclusive. There's a lot of gender non-conforming people. There's lesbians. There's people of color. There's a little bit of everything. So I've been enjoying it. And Kim Cattrall is there, and she delivers like dominoes, like all the time. So I love having it.
I wish she was just a little bit more.
More
Samantha. That's what it is.
Samantha's back in the reboot, so we're gonna get a taste of her.
She's just supposed to be in like cameo episodes or something like that. But as far as Glamorous is concerned, I think the acting really wasn't always amazing. I don't know how you feel about that, but it definitely gave me that whole Desperate Housewives, Ugly Betty, kitschy, soapy feel, like funny but soapy at the same time. But the thing, like you mentioned, that sets it apart is that it's very inclusive. It has lesbians in it, like you mentioned, gender non-conforming. I think I'm just repeating what you said, honestly. But it even has drag queens and circuit gays in it, and all of these people have a human element to them. And the thing that I really, really like is that they don't shy away from gay sex, actual gay sex. I didn't see any girl-on-girl action, but as far as the boy-on-boy, there was so much, and I lived. So
yeah, I agree. And you know what we have to think about these young performers is that if you think about it, most of them not only are within the LGBT community, but also they belong to their intersectionality of BIPOC.
Yes.
So that means that those actors probably don't get a ton of airtime. So some of the performances are not going to be
Oscar, Emmy,
Oscar winners right now, because most of them, I think, like 90% of them, this is their big break.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, that's exciting, and we'll get them the next time. So like let's keep booking with them, and I'm enjoying it so far.
That's me too. And as far as the next time, I feel like Netflix has a habit of canceling things after one season.
Uh-huh.
So we will see if they're back. I hope that they don't cancel Glamorous because I'm really, really enjoying it.
How am I the positive one today? And you're
because I'm in Stevie. That's why.
You're like, there's this new show. Enjoy it while you can.
Girl, that's what they did to the RuPaul show. What's it called? The RuPaul show.
Oh,
AJ and the Queen.
AJ and the Queen, yeah.
Yes. So, what do you have to say about AJ and the Queen, Miss Thing?
That one just we needed more, to be honest.
Yeah,
I did enjoy what I enjoyed the most about the show was the cameos from the drag queens that came like every now and then. But that we needed more in that show.
Okay. Callie Dad says Aisha Harris is fantastic, and Bryce goes on to say that he really appreciates the admiration some of the masculine gay characters give Marco, and that the acting on AJ and the Queen is far better than Glamorous. And I don't know, I kind of agree with him. I had so many AJ and the Queen moments where I was like, get it, Mama Ru, but maybe it's just because I love Mama Ru. But Glamorous, I would give a solid 7 out of 10. So yeah, and two snaps and a face beat. Pow pow. You remember that?
I don't know what that is. But sure.
No. Oh my God. I guess I'm alone here.
No, but what Bryce said, I do want to reiterate that because I am somebody that actually finds feminine guys really attractive, and I feel like very rarely we see them as the center of attention. So yeah, I have the hots for all the femme characters the whole time. So hell yeah, more femmes.
And I love the nerdy characters, and I have the hots for the nerdy character in there.
Oh my God, his name is
so cute.
Benny Shu or something is the actor. I know his last name is.
I just read it. I literally just Michael Shu Rosen.
Michael Shu.
Yes. So yes.
See, Poppy. See, yes.
And Miss Benny actually just came out as transgender, so the intersectionality is there. So I hope
snap.
That's right. I hope they get a season 2. All right. So moving on, our next story is staying in the topic of media, but with a slightly more adult twist. Mm-hmm. It was brought to my attention by you, our lovely special guest, and it starts with the age-old question: is twin content sexual freedom or a turn on, or is it lewd and incestuous? There has definitely been a history of such content appearing in certain porn circles, and with the rise of OnlyFans, this particular type of eroticism has only seen an increase. Teddy, you're a twin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have an insider perspective on this topic. Where do you stand on twins performing in porn together?
Okay, so let me clarify. My twin is a girl. So already we're starting with the wrong foot. But I would never be in a sexual situation with a sibling. I think that it's, for me, it's a turn off. But I found I'm always curious, especially when it's identical twins. I'm always curious to see it, and I don't know if I'm turned on by it. I have very mixed emotions about it. I don't seek it out or anything like that. It would be really weird if I, in my search, there's like sexy twins. Like, that would be really weird.
You are keep those words in about 2 seconds, girl. Okay.
I am not turned on by it.
Yeah.
How about you? You're not a twin, right?
I'm not a twin, but I have discussed on this show before, and I have admitted that I had a twincest fantasy back in my younger years. There was a pair of twins that lived in Philadelphia with me. They were adorable. I don't even remember their names, but I lusted after them incessantly. So it became kind of a taboo fantasy that I would have in my younger years. Now, as I have evolved and I've thought about it a little bit more, I can't even fathom that even happening as far as being a turn on for me, because I think of my own brother and I think of all of the layers and the things that make it not so desirable for me, because he's my brother. I grew up with him. But you know what? To each their own, as long as everybody in the situation is consenting adults and they're willing. I'm not here to rain on anybody's parade.
Okay, Barbara.
Very diplomatic answer, correct?
I love that.
Yes? Oh, fabulous. But, okay, I have another question for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Another layer to this is if I had to clone myself.
Oh. Okay.
I would absolutely fuck them. Absolutely, without hesitation. You can call it narcissism, you can call it whatever you want, but I know without a shadow of a doubt, without any hesitation, I would say, clone, get in the bed with me. We are doing a damn thing, because I want to know how it feels to be with me. What do you think?
I think that's like every gay man fantasy. Like, they always want to be with themselves. I have dated people that have moved on to date other people that look like them, which is really strange for me.
Boyfriend clones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But that's not how cloning works. Is if you clone somebody right now, there will be a baby, not 40-year-old Kodi.
Ooh. Did you just say that?
Oops. I mean 30-year-old.
I'm 27. What are you talking about?
Sure, baby. Sure.
I'm 27 and a half. So you're jumping on the bandwagon with me. You would definitely, if you had a clone and they were aged up to be the same age as you would have sex with them. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. I'm writing the sci-fi novel and we're going to get it together. Okay.
Which is, there was this, I don't have the name in my head right now, but there's this show where the guy travels to the future, and then he encounters himself, and the first thing he does is like, and he's not even gay, he just like goes down on himself.
What movie is this?
This is like a Showtime show. It's a Showtime show.
Oh, The Time Traveler's Wife. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I read the book.
I think everybody has.
It's really good. That got me going too.
It makes sense. Yeah. Let's see some of the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Read them.
Bryce says, "Give it a few months, and Kodi, there will be an AI clone of you soon." Oops.
I'm okay with it. And send it my way. And Callie Dad says twinning is winning in question marks. And then he goes on to say, haha, oops. All right. So moving on to our next story and staying on the OnlyFans realm of news, the New York Post is reporting that a well-known Mexican diver, Diego Balleza, did I pronounce that correctly? You got to correct. Balleza. Is looking to cash in on his hot body in order to achieve his dreams of competing in the 2024 Summer Games in Paris. Balleza is a 10-meter, thank you, darling, synchronized diver who came in fourth at the Tokyo Olympics, and he's turned to OnlyFans in order to help himself get to Paris in 2024. After the head of Mexico's National Sports Commission cut funding to all aquatic athletes. The 28-year-old hunk charges $15 a month for fans to access his steamy pics, and he's hoping that the money earned from OnlyFans will replace the $1,708 government scholarship he had received before the funds were cut off in January. Teddy, are you dishing out $15 for Diego's OnlyFans? Yes or no?
I am not, but I salute this hustle. I love it.
The hustle is real, right?
He's a diver, wink, wink. So I like all of this because, first of all, he's very good looking, and he's saying, "Look, I don't have the money to go, but I have the skills. Let's not let this money get on the way, and let me hustle it and go to the Olympics." You know, I like this. And our countries, people in the United States sometimes don't understand this. Like, I'm from Puerto Rico. Like, if you qualify for the Olympics, the government says, good job, but they don't give you any money, so there's no sponsorship or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, because these countries are poor, so they're not going to send you, so you have to kind of like find it on your own. Some of our athletes are regular people that have 8 to 5 jobs and then they train afterwards. So
8 to 5?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is that what a normal work day looks like?
It's a 9 to 5. 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's a lunch break. They're not paying for the lunch break anymore.
You are in my seat. You are singing you're singing today. I live.
You're welcome.
It was beautiful, darling. So I have a picture of
yeah.
I'm going to put her up right now. And just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm always willing to give to a good cause, and I get to see some hot salchicha in the process. Oh. Done and done. I am subscribing to Diego's OnlyFans. I always used to use, I always say, use what you got to get what you want. And this is one of those times. People are making bank on OnlyFans, and this is his dream. If this is how he gets to where he needs to be in the world, I say go for it. I actually wish that more divers would do this, and hell, Olympians in general, because can you imagine what the Olympic Village would look like if it had like a stream of, because the Olympic Village, they be getting it on left and right.
Oh, I've been hearing about this all the time.
So can you imagine the video stream on an Olympic Village OnlyFans? It would be amazing. It would blow Big Brother out the water. So I hope that they use my idea and they give me a free subscription to this OnlyFans because,
Yeah, we all should subscribe to Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we all like a good dive.
I like a deep dive is what I like.
Yeah, well, he's 10 meters, so that's as deep as you can get.
Ooh, hello. Bryce says, I drink that chlorinated pool water off every nook and cranny of his body. And Calidad says, not the salchicha. And I said, yes, the salchicha, honey.
Yes, salchichas.
And Doug says, I'm sure he will more than make up for the money he's lost in funding. So I do have a poll, but I already feel like I know what the poll results are going to be. Oh, and
we like a good poll here.
We sure do, honey. The poll is, would you subscribe to Diego Balleza's OnlyFans? And the options are, yes, honey, take my coins, or sorry, boo, it's a pass.
Take my money, please.
You said you wouldn't subscribe.
Maybe I will. We'll see.
Okay, now I show the picture and you're rethinking it, right?
No, I brought this story, bitch. I love Diego. He's a very good looking man. Good luck. Arriba Mexico.
All right. Viva Mexico. That's right. All right. So staying with Mexico, and just so you know, Mexico just got its rights, and as hundreds marry, as Mexico celebrates marriage equality and a gender ID law. The Associated Press reported 120 couples were able to marry under the slogan, "Hand in hand, we march with pride." A representative of Mexico's capital city said in a statement, many transgender people were also on hand to celebrate the completion of the administrative pathway to legally changing their gender identity. Mexico City legalized marriage equality in December 2009, and a law went into effect in March 2010. That same year, Mexico's Supreme Court ruled all states must recognize the marriage licenses granted in Mexico City. I'm going to mess this up. Tamaulipas became the last of the country's, thank you, darling, 32 states to recognize marriage equality last year. Teddy, what are your thoughts on marriage equality in Mexico? I
am really happy. So just so people understand, it's it's not that you can get married everywhere in Mexico right now.
That's what my question was going to be.
Only Mexico City.
Okay.
And what that means is that because the federal government it works very similar to the United States. So every state, and they call it cities, has different laws. But if you get married in Mexico City as a same gender couple, your marriage has to be recognized in all of Mexico. So that's the path of equality. It's not necessarily completely equal right now, but that's what they have. So we're celebrating this small win, right?
Victory, yeah.
But there's still work to be done. But yeah, happy Pride.
Happy Pride. I think this is amazing. Like you said, there's still work to be done, but I'm happy for all the people whose rights and families are being validated. I think it is a different feeling of security when the governing body, the will of the land, and they hear that what the people want and they legitimize people for being who they are. But, let's not get it twisted. The people actually had to fight for this. So I say keep on fighting the good fight, and then elect the people in to the government that will affirm us and make our voices heard. And then hopefully it will be in a better day after that. So I really applaud Mexico for this.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And then the gender ID laws also comes hand in hand with our LGBT community, right? And this is for trans people that are changing their birth gender to their gender.
Yes.
And according to this article, is also a federal law now. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so lucky to have you today. You're so knowledgeable.
Okay. He can read.
In more ways than one, darling. In more ways than one. He can read and he can read.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Moving right along. In other marriage news, there is a new study out there that says why very correct to legalize gay marriage. Various studies have found that gay couples have lower divorce rates than their straight counterparts, if you can imagine that. As of 1997, for example, the divorce rate for gay couples in Denmark was 17% compared to 46% for straight couples, according to Psychology Today. And in couples who got married in the Netherlands in 2005, 15% of marriages between two men had ended in divorce 10 years later, compared to 18% of heterosexual couples, according to the Netherlands Times. Teddy, why do you think this phenomenon exists?
I don't know. As a non-practicer of dating.
Let me sip my tea, honey.
I'm a non-practicer of dating. I don't know. I feel like this study, it's cool, yeah? Like, apparently we have our shit together better than straight people. But that's usually the case, isn't it?
Well, why do you think we have our shit together more than straight people?
Because we have to work for it harder. So, we get a house, we keep it clean. We make the neighborhood better. We watch out for each other. So I'm assuming that the people that practice dating also are watching out for their relationship. This is like the second marriage article that you had today. Is there anything you want to announce in this podcast?
I was going to ask you that question. How dare you turn it around on me? The audacity.
Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride.
I'm the groom, honey. Okay, don't get it twisted. Joe is going to be in the dress. Sorry, guys. I had Scotch bonnet. It's in the back of my throat. I'm going to be coughing the whole show. I apologize. No, I do not have an announcement to make. Okay. There are no wedding bells anywhere near in my future for the next 2 years at least. Okay. There's some things that I have to get aligned before I move on to the next step of marriage. That being said, that is probably the reason why gay people get married or get divorced much less than straight people do, because we come out later, we sow our oats later, while straight people are basically married with 2 kids. Jim Bob and Karen, they already got a mortgage, they got 2 kids, they got a dog.
Not Jim Bob and Karen.
Jim Bob and Karen, honey.
Your name is Jim Bob and Karen. You're just doomed. You're doomed to failure.
They got 2.5 kids. They got a mortgage they need to pay. Jim Bob is cheated with Erlene. I don't know. I cannot deal. So because straight people, they generally marry so much younger than gay people do. They don't have things, they don't know themselves, I feel like, as well as we do when we actually decide to get married. And it's also a new phenomenon for us to actually get married. So I feel like we put more thought into it. It means more to us to actually be able to get married, because this is something that we didn't have previously. I mean, I was 6. I was only 12 when marriage equality went into effect.
I do have a say. They probably didn't check for engagements, though, because I have a bunch of friends that have been engaged so many times, and I'm not calling names, but my friend Amanda Espinosa has been engaged 3 times.
You just said her name on the podcast. That is a big no-no.
And I'm just like...
Let me call her.
Call Amanda. Yeah. So maybe we are more paired up if we count the engagements. But yeah, good for us that we're staying married and together.
Engagements don't count. It's only if you go to the church and you say all the things that you say to get married, and you dress up and your whole family is there. If you're engaged, then that's like, okay, one day I'll marry you. So let's just live together in sin. No, that's not actually the marriage. The marriage is finality, especially in my mind. That's what it is. And I feel like for gay people, that is something that we have been thinking about, and maybe I'm speaking from my perspective only. It's been something that I've been dreaming about for so long, and to know that it wasn't readily available to me, that makes it that much more important to me. So I feel like that adds another layer to why gay people are less inclined to get divorced than straight people. What are the people saying in the comments, Teddy?
Bryce says, maybe unpopular opinion, but perhaps LGBTQ plus marriages last longer because we still have to prove to society that we are enough.
Ooh,
enough in quotes.
Not respectability. Ooh.
And Calidad says that gay marriages often allow for boyfriends, so apparently that open marriages also help keep the marriage going. Yeah.
We feel like we don't have to.
I actually fought a lot for marriage equality.
Yeah.
Because I'm very active in those fights, and I never wanted to get married, but I believe in marriage equality.
Yeah. Because
not yet. Let's just say not yet.
Well, that's another layer, because we as gay people, we don't feel like that is pushed on us. I feel like it's pushed on straight people. So, and that's what SF Walker is saying right now. Straight marriages are sometimes forced, accidental pregnancy, or family arranged, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I love this. And let's keep the conversation going on TAGSPodcast.com and on our Twitter. And I'll have Steve post this on TAGSPodcast.
This episode of Tags Podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey guys, your buddy Stevie here, and as you know, we love giving advice on this show, and I think we do a pretty good job of it. But sometimes you need a little bit something deeper, and I'm thinking of a time in my past relationship where I was on a downward spiral. Things weren't working out, I really didn't have anybody to talk to about it, and I was really depressed. I went to couples therapy with my boyfriend at the time, and I can honestly tell you it worked for us. We were having so much difficulty communicating, not seeing eye to eye, and a friend wasn't good enough because I knew they were just going to take my side. Couples counseling and therapy worked for us tremendously because it really got us, most importantly, to hear each other, to communicate to each other, and ultimately to respect each other. We're always growing and evolving in life, and that's probably one of the best things about aging. But it's also important to know when to ask for help, and help can come in so many ways. I've learned so much now that when in need, to simply ask for help. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Therapy can be so helpful in so many ways. You can find yourself in a deep depression, and a good therapist will give you the right tools, be a great sounding board for you, and really get you back up on your feet. I know it did for me when I was in my relationship and we sought couples therapy. It really just got me out of that deep funk that I was in that I couldn't seem to get out of, certainly not on my own. If you're thinking of therapy, you should really give BetterHelp a try. It's totally online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and totally works with your schedule. All you got to do is fill out a short questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime you want for no additional charge. So discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/tags today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tags, TAGS. Hims helps guys like you with all your health and wellness needs. Having issues getting hard in the bedroom? You're not alone, but Hims has you covered. Hims has lots of personalized options to treat ED, like Viagra, Cialis, and hard mints. Wintergreen chewable tablets compounded with doctor-trusted ingredients. New, discreet, and only available through Hims. At forhims.com/care, you can access licensed medical providers and trusted treatments for ED 100% online. If prescribed, Hims will ship to you for free in discreet packaging. It's that simple. If you're having a hard time getting hard, look no further for a doctor-trusted solution. Just go to forhims.com/care, CARE. No copay, no awkward in-person appointments, no video visits, and no insurance required. ED is personal, and now so is treating it. Go to forhims.com/care to get started today. That's forhims.com/care, CARE. Only available if prescribed. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information. Restrictions apply. Hard mints is a chewable compounded drug. The FDA does not approve compounded drugs, nor does it verify their safety or effectiveness.
All right, moving right along. Norwegian-American musician Magnus Riise is helping to bring attention to the U=U movement in his super sexy new music video, Until Tomorrow. While the song is not at all about HIV, the decision to cast Kinky Boots star Hernando Umana, who happens to be living with HIV, as his one-night lover in the video is significant. It shows Riise is aware of the science of U=U and wants to illustrate that people living with HIV can have just as much fun, fulfilling, and spontaneous sex as anyone else. What do you think, Teddy? What are your thoughts on Magnus Riise and him pointing out and bringing more awareness to you equals you?
Awesome. And the video is super steamy. Everybody, I put the link here in the chat, and I'm sure Steve will put it in the website.
Yes, he will.
It's really fun. It doesn't have a lot of views on YouTube, so let's get those numbers
Get that up there. We're just bringing awareness all day.
Hell yeah. So
Yes.
it's a really fun piece. It's shot really well. The colors are amazing. There's a lot of skin. We see everything but. So and it's a fun song. Do you get to hear it?
Oh, it's cute. I really enjoyed it.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
Okay, Mr. Rita. I gotta say.
Oh my God. Why would you do that to me?
We're just having a conversation and just things happen. But I really enjoyed the song. It's
it is
really
what it
fun.
is.
Very well shot. And yeah, you equals you. So if you're in your meds, you can have a ton of sex.
Amen. I love
all
this.
night long.
And it's a very hot video, like you said. And anything that we can do to destigmatize HIV, we should be doing. Everybody has a part in it. Educate yourselves. And, just make sure that you're doing your damn thing. Like you said, take your meds, take your PrEP, protect yourself, protect others. The fight continues. Callie said that earlier. So, and we're all a part of the fight.
And if you're like Kodi that don't like the song, you can mute it and still watch.
I did not. Oh my God! I just snorted. Oh my God. I didn't say I didn't like the song. I'm gonna give it another listen. Okay. All right. So, but Bryce says he can't wait to listen to it because Padam was not it. What do you think?
He doesn't like Padam.
I know. I'm gonna have to process this, Bryce, because I cannot. But we will not have that Kylie shade on this podcast. Oh man.
He says he likes classic Kylie.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say after that.
Me
we
either.
all like padam.
We're all gobsmacked. Exactly. We're all gobsmacked, and we don't know what to say anymore. So he said that you can say that you agree, and we'll never agree with that. Padam Padam is a wonderful song. Okay.
That's iconic. It deserves all the awards in the world.
Yes, Mama. Yes, good. All right. Moving right along. We have some Reddits that we would like to get to, guys. I know this is your favorite part, Teddy, Alexis. Yes. All right. So the first Reddit we want to talk about is, are there any tips on training your sphincter to be more flexible and pliable? Now, I
didn't know what a sphincter was. I thought I lost mine. Like, where's my sphincter? What happened to it? A dog took it from me. I don't know where it is.
Did the dog eat your sphincter, darling?
It's been eaten before. What can I say?
A perra ate your sphincter for sure. Now, the Redditor goes on to say, in my mind, I'm a power bottom. This is the Redditor speaking, not me. But when it actually comes to it, I feel that my sphincter will not expand past a certain limit. When I massage around it, it feels tight and not in a good way. Has anyone overcome this? If so, how? Or do I kiss my dreams of being a good power bottom goodbye? Teddy, what are your thoughts on power bottom and sphincter stretching?
So what is a sphincter?
Okay, let's go to Wikipedia.
I googled that.
Okay, well, go ahead. Thank you.
No, it's pretty much
your anus.
Hole. Yeah.
Your butthole. Okay, all right. I didn't want to be wrong, but okay.
Yeah. So you have to train Boo Boo. Yeah, it does not. That's...
Do you call your anus? You call your sphincter boo boo? Is that what?
No. I'm calling the Redditor.
Oh, okay.
You
Good.
have to train, Boo Boo. Yeah. He. The thing is, it looks like he's now transitioning into bigger and bigger things. You just have to train yourself up, right?
Yeah.
So we had Dr. Goldstein here. He had a lot of good advice for that, you know.
You are amazing.
He does recommends glass toys and a lot of silicone lube, which I agree with. It's all about the lubrication. And work yourself up, baby. Start with something smaller and then keep increasing the sizes. What is your recommendation for the bottoms from the top perspective?
All things you can do in breathing, in Christ and in breathing. So pray a lot. No, don't. Oh my goodness.
Well, you'll be on your knees for sure. I don't know.
That's right.
Be praying.
On all fours, hopefully. Yeah, but no, definitely make sure that you're breathing. Make sure you're doing the things that Teddy said. Play with toys, start out small, and then get larger is the only thing that I have to say, because I think that from my perspective as a top, as a versatile top, because I've bought them before, I think that the more that you are willing to play around with things, the more open your sphincter will become. And don't rush yourself, because that is a recipe for disaster. You can you can form things like fistulas. You can tear your sphincter. You can do all kinds of things. I think you can do it. But so just make sure that you're starting small and be patient with yourself.
Definitely. And I recommended this before, but I cannot recommend it enough. Get yourself a service top. That's what y'all need.
That is my title here at TAGSPodcast.
Yeah, sure.
Don't tell Joe.
You need a service top. The service top will help you level up, you know, and they're really fun.
Yeah.
In another note, in LA, service tops are wanted. Let me know. Slide on my DMs.
Slide in those DMs. I'm gonna list his. It's Teddy Alexis, darling. I'll list it again at the end of the episode. Slide
you know, my DMs are like not like this guy apparently, but my DMs are open. So. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to the DM story then?
Sure.
Yes, let's move on. Jeff Gunter is a Portland-based Oregon writer. Besides running a successful private practice, he's been posting snappy 1-minute videos offering guidance on everything from managing anxiety to why some people cheat on those they love. Oh, I need to go follow him on TikTok. He seems wise.
Okay.
Jeff posts a huge amount of content, but we were drawn to this one because besides apply to DMs, many of the points could also apply to Grindr and other dating apps. So he has a lot of tips. One of them being, don't just be like, hey, write a full-on message. Make sure you keep it light and use humor if it comes naturally. But put some actual effort into the first message. It goes a long way. Did you see any that you really liked, Teddy?
The actual messages?
Yes, the tips.
Oh, the tips. I like everything that he said, especially if they don't answer, just do one more. Now keep messaging and keep messaging. Because I don't think people get that. I think people, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the thought process is when people keep messaging people that are clearly not interested.
Yeah.
But I like the whole don't say hey, just hey. And I like that he said open the profile. Because if I get a lot of messages and then their profile is all closed. So then you're
you get a lot of messages?
I do get a lot of messages.
Okay, cute. I
I'm a good-looking
live.
man.
You are. That was a shade. You just said that you didn't have people. You were against dating like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I cannot socialize.
Oh, she's a social butterfly now, darling.
I'm like Mariah. I'm a butterfly. No, but yeah, those are good tips for sure. Especially since now all of the interactions that we have are in social media.
Yeah.
How do you slide on a DM?
How do I slide in a DM? I don't slide in anybody's DMs anymore. I have a whole boyfriend swirling, okay? But if I were to do it, like OJ, this is how I would do it. OJ. You don't remember when OJ Simpson wrote that book about if I didn't do it, but this is how I would. Okay. You don't remember that?
Let's not use OJ as a reference.
I'm sorry. That joke didn't hit. It was a joke, everybody. But if I did slide into people's DMs, this is how I would do it. I would definitely use my humor. I would definitely use my humor and compliment and ask them about themselves, because people eat up compliments. I know that I am personally a compliment whore. So if you tell me I'm beautiful, then you can get away with a lot, honestly. What are your tips for sliding into DMs? I'm sorry. What do the people do when they slide into your DMs?
Stop. No, the very few times that I've done it, I do like humor, and humor does come naturally to me. So I try to comment on. So I give myself like an off ramp, right? So I don't like just do a blank thing. I'll just comment on something they post on their history. Okay. So it's in their DMs, but so if somebody tells me like, oh, whatever, I'm only commenting on your story. You know what I mean?
Smart. Very, very smart. I love that.
So, I think that's my way.
Awesome. So we'll have Steve post this on TAGSPodcast.com as well. So you guys can read all the tips and tricks about having to slide into someone's DMs. All right. So we have one more Reddit, and then we're going to go to Thirst Trap, because I know that's my favorite. I don't care if it's anybody else's. I do care, but so this Reddit just asked a simple question. What's your favorite position as a bottom? What sex position has made you orgasm the best? Eddie, what do you think?
As a practicing bottom, I think my default is doggy. I think that's, even when I'm topping, I like doggy style. I think that's the most ergonomic and the one I can explore really the most. But it depends on the person.
The science of bottoming. I love this from Teddy Alexis. I love it. This is his TED Talk, y'all.
But it also depends on the person, because there are some tops that are just better in certain positions, so you kind of like adjust for that. So I have enjoyed a lot of different positions. Which one is your favorite to bottom at the very few times? No, because you have bottom, right?
I have bottom a couple times, actually.
What about, give us both.
So when I bottom, my favorite position would probably be standing up with the guy behind me.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah, because it's just so hot. And in my mind, it's really hot. So that means that I am more willing to...
You relax more.
Relax my sphincter.
The sphincter.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would probably be my most favorite when I am bottoming. And I think when I'm topping, I love for somebody to be on their knees just pounding away. So you can see that the booty jiggle. I really love doggy. You are actually one of the very few bottoms that I have heard really like doggy style. So that really just kind of shocked me a little bit, because I was taken aback, because I've never heard of another bottom that really enjoys doggy style. For me, a lot of the bottoms that I've had sex with, they really like missionary or or when they sit on top of you or when they're riding.
So when you sit on top of you, you mean facing you, right? So
Yes.
no reverse.
Not reverse cowgirl. That's
Regular
how you
cowgirl.
break your penis. Regular cowgirl. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and Bryce agrees with you. They say that missionary because he wants to hold on, look to his eyes, and kiss the lips and grip that ass.
Oh, Cali Dad says pet peeve: kids these days talking about missionary position have no idea what missionary really is. I'm curious
Tell us what
it really is. Let us know.
Yeah, I don't.
Bryce says he does. He knows.
Yeah, I don't. Missionary is. It seems like a tad acrobatic for me, like in terms of like going for a long time.
Because your legs are up in the air?
Because you have to hold onto your legs. The top has to not be standing. You know, all of that. It's, like CrossFit. It's like, we're doing what? We're doing what? CrossFit today? Okay.
What is... you have those legs on your shoulders, and I think that's, I agree with you. It's kind of like CrossFit.
Yeah.
So, and you're hopefully getting that putting in that work, putting in that exercise. So I love it. Cool. All right. So now it's time for my favorite, and I put it in the chat already, so you don't have to do it, dear. It's Straight Up Gay Porn's Thirst Trap recap, and it is, I think, 16 of the juiciest thirst traps from around the internets, and our job is to descriptively describe which one was our favorite and why. So, Teddy, you're our wonderful guest. I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm gonna since I'm shading everybody here today. Apparently, that's my job. Straight Up Gay Porn is posting some straight people in this list now.
Say their name. Say their name.
Literally half of these guys are straight.
No way.
Yeah. But I picked Colin Merp because he's bi. And, Christmas with either. That's what they say. And he is very long, like white-looking man. He's has a goatee, has a black tank top, and a beautiful, beautiful cut penis, and that's my pick for today.
Oh, fabulous. Ooh. So since we're shading people, I'm going to throw a little shade at Cameron Foster because he's super hot, but we need to get him to the salon stat. It's a hair emergency because he looks... I don't understand what is going on with that hair. It's just not for me, darling.
Also, he facetuned that picture.
No, he did not. How can you tell?
Oh, because I can tell.
Okay. But my vote this week goes to Manny HP. Is he straight? Can you let me know?
I'll let you know in 2 seconds.
Let me know. But so it's a bathroom selfie, and he's just so hot. He's completely naked, he's tatted and pierced, and he's holding his cock to the side with his mouth just so slightly open, and he's saying to the world, come and suck it. Come and suck my big dick. And I am living for it. So he's my pick for the week, even if he's straight.
He doesn't identify us either, so I think he's straight.
Okay. Good choice, Kodi. I love it. All right. So what are the people saying?
So Dog is saying Sapanta, really good looking.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce says also Manny HP and Colin and Sapanta too. Oh, everybody loves Sapanta.
Everybody loves Sapanta. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Okay, so this has been a wonderful, wonderful show. Thank you for joining us, Teddy. You can follow Teddy at Teddy Alexis on Instagram. You can follow me at 2 different places. CamD Coaching is my life coaching page, and Mr. Maurice is my thirstier page. You can follow the amazing Stevie at IM_Steve V on Instagram, and of course follow TAGSPodcast on Twitter at TAGSPodcast. Teddy, thank you so much for joining us. Hold for applause. Thank you, audience. Hold for applause. And in the meantime, continue having hot, gay sex.
Sex.
Yes.
Yay!